Amazon is the world's largest marketplace for selling goods and products. But what about brands that don't have a physical product? Well, Amazon has a trick up its sleeve for such brands too. Today we have with us Nimish Gupta, who is the marketplace expert at Merkle Socrates to talk about this. Hi Nimish. So, is it true that brands that don't have a physical product can also leverage Amazon advertising? Can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Sure. Thanks a lot, guys. So first of all, before we start, I just want to bring a few things on the table that as advertisers and as sellers, we have usually seen marketplace, especially like an Amazon marketplace, as more as a product-focused platform, where as a seller you can list the products, and on advertisers or sellers you can advertise those products. And we are all aware that the kind of market size which is there on Amazon, I mean, there are more than 300 million active users worldwide. So the kind of data and the kind of audience value which the Amazon has is humongous. And now Amazon has been expanding at such a lightning speed that uh, the company is not only targeting retailers but non-retailers as well. And being a non-retailer, it is very much true that there are a lot of placement, lot of options available. For example, like there is DSP is there is OTT targeting is there is OOH, and these certain areas are where the non-retailers can actually use these ad formats, can actually make use of these opportunities provided by Amazon, and they can actually reach out to this humongous audience. So yes, there is surely there is scope for non-retailers, and they can obviously utilize these areas for developing their brand. That's what I have to say.
All right, that sounds interesting. So, you're saying that there are some of these options that are available for non retailers as well. Can you tell us if this is available for Indian brands and how do we go about it?
Sure. So, for example, I'll start with one of the options which is available on Amazon is the DSP, which is the demand side platform. Now, in demand side platform, you can actually programmatically buy these ad placements on Amazon, and for example, you can run display ads or video ads on these platforms. Now, DSP as a platform has been fully integrated in Amazon, especially in the US part. But when it comes to India, it is still in sort of a beta phase. And the Amazon team in India are actually working on the technical part to actually bring it and develop proper scale. And as a non-retail brand, any person who is working in that part of the site, that part of the industry, obviously they have the most basic question, and the question is like, why should we as a non-retail brand advertise on Amazon? Well, firstly, talking about the data and the number of users, I mean, 125 million Prime users, to give you a number, are involved. And Amazon has Prime Video, Amazon's Fire Stick is there. So this sort of an ecosystem which the Amazon has developed is so large, and a lot of people are actually logging onto these spaces on a daily basis. So the kind of data which Amazon has, for example, if I need to buy a product, I can just click on that product and I can go to the purchase site, to the purchase page, and the person is actually getting converted over there. So Amazon actually has a very accurate data onto regarding the purchase behavior of the people. And I think this is where the main part lies, because at the end of the day, be it a retail brand or be it a non-retail brand, everybody wants addition of the consumers. I mean, you want logins, you want people to download their apps, you want people to get engaged with your brand. So I think this is a very important reason why DSP is important. And obviously, Amazon as a brand, the brand name of Amazon is very trustworthy and very reliable. So I think that plays a very important role, both psychologically as well as if you want to take out on business call, as to why a non-retail brand should be associated with a brand like Amazon. And talking about what sort of best practices should be there, I mean, the main aim is that whatever message you're delivering, whatever company you're from or whatever vertical you're from, that message has to actually resonate with the audience. And what sort of verticals can actually utilize these areas? For example, there are many companies from automotive sector are there. There is BFSI, there are telecom, real estates is there, food and beverages, education, and many of the tech platforms in India have actually utilized DSP as a platform. So I think this is a very important place where the non-retail brands can actually use this opportunity given, and I think they can surely scale up their businesses.
So not a lot of non-retailer brands are looking at Amazon as anything more than just a marketplace that sells products. But in fact, it is. It has a lot of audiences coming in, and it has data. So therefore, it is something that can give value to brands. This is what I'm taking from your information. So where should a brand that is not a retailer, where should a brand start from?
So one of the major reasons is that setting the KPI is very important. I mean, if brand awareness and new customer acquisition is your main priority, then you have to, select your budgets in such a manner. You have to use those placements, the kind of targetings you do. You cannot expect, to drive sales from such campaigns. I mean, obviously, the end goal is to drive sales, but if the objective has to be very clear. And if you want to reach out to this audience, if you want to get new customers, then your planning and then all the strategy execution has to be in that sense. Then secondly, what is more important is the kind of service and the product which you're providing. So we need to understand that, you need to actually analyze that what sort of campaigns have worked in the past and what sort of campaigns have not worked. And you need to see that if these campaigns have not worked in the past, and what are the main reasons behind these, why these campaigns have not worked. So it is important to understand the whole journey of how a campaign works. And the third and the most important part is that your product or your service has to be very customer centric. See, you are running DSP as you're showcasing those displays, you're showcasing these videos of your brands, of your company. So you need to, again, I state that point, you need to resonate with your customer. And the people need to realize that, the brand which they're promoting has to be utilized in their everyday life. And once the brand is actually seeing these things and understanding how a customer can, correlate with the brand, I think this thing goes a very long way and the brands can relate more, and it obviously helps them at the revenue part as well.
All right. So, moral of the story is that Amazon is just like any other digital website which has a lot of traffic, and even non-retailer brands should not be discounting it from their marketing strategies.
Right.
Thanks a lot, Nimish. It's pretty interesting. I hope this changes minds of a few non-retailer brands at least, and they get started by leveraging Amazon ads.